Some people stay inside you long after the story has ended. You close the door, but their shadow still moves across your thoughts. A name appears in a song, a memory breathes in the wind, and suddenly, you're back there again. You tell yourself it's over, but the heart keeps listening. It listens for footsteps that will never return. What if the reason you can't let go has nothing to do with them, and everything to do with you? Jung once wrote that what we love in another is often the piece of our own soul we've not yet learned to embrace. We meet someone, and suddenly we remember a part of ourselves we had forgotten. Their eyes awaken something ancient. Their touch brings color back to the world. But when they leave, that part of us feels lost again. And so the mind calls it love, but the soul calls it recognition. The ones we can't release are mirrors, not prisons. They reflect what's still waiting to be understood within. Maybe it's not that you miss them, maybe you miss the you that came alive in their presence. Maybe the soul holds on until it learns what it came for. What if letting go isn't about forgetting, but about remembering differently? When we hold on too tightly, we stop the natural flow of becoming. Jung called it attachment to the projection. We project our unlived potential onto someone else, and call it destiny. But destiny was never meant to live in another person's hands. It lives here, in yours. There's a silence after every ending. A hollow ache where words used to live. That silence isn't emptiness. It's the sound of your soul turning inward. It's the classroom of becoming. And what if the pain was never the punishment, but the teacher? Sometimes love leaves so that awareness can stay. Sometimes the one who walked away is the one who delivered the message. Their purpose was never permanence. It was awakening. If this reflection speaks to you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss the next soul lesson we share together. You see, the bond that won't fade is not a curse. It's the bridge between who you were and who you're becoming. It pulls you backward, only to lead you inward. Each memory, each ache, each unanswered question is the soul's gentle whisper. Find the meaning, not the person. Jung believed that every strong emotion is an inner figure calling for recognition. The one you loved may have carried your inner child, your shadow, your anima or animus, the missing half of your wholeness. That's why it felt sacred. That's why it hurt so much to lose. Because you weren't only losing them, you were losing access to the part of yourself they awakened. But what if you don't have to lose it? What if you can keep the essence, without clinging to the form? The lesson of the bond is not ownership. It's integration. To take what they reflected and make it your own. To realize that what you admired was already living quietly inside you. And what you feared in them was the shadow asking to be met. So when their memory returns, don't push it away. Don't drown in it either. Just listen. Ask softly, what are you trying to show me now? Because the people you can't let go of are not ghosts. They are teachers disguised as goodbyes. In every bond there's a sacred exchange, energy given, energy returned. When it feels like only loss, it's because the exchange is incomplete. You haven't yet taken back the piece of yourself you placed in their hands. Reclaim it, with gratitude, not blame. The soul does not erase. It transforms. And love does not end. It changes shape and moves inward, where no distance can reach. So maybe letting go isn't an ending at all. Maybe it's the beginning of seeing yourself clearly for the very first time. Because in truth, the bond never dies, only the illusion does. You can close your eyes now, and breathe. Feel the space inside your chest that once belonged to them. It's still there, but softer. Wiser. When love ends, something in us resists the silence. We reach for the echo, search for their presence in old messages, in dreams, in the empty side of the bed. But Jung said, nothing is ever truly lost. What we once loved remains within the field of the self. It only changes form. The soul doesn't let go in one motion. It unfolds its fingers slowly, teaching us where attachment ends and awareness begins. Maybe this is why grief feels endless, because it's not grief for another, but for the version of ourselves we're outgrowing. Every bond is a mirror, And mirrors do not vanish when the reflection fades. They wait. They wait for us to look again, with new eyes. Jung believed that the purpose of relationship is individuation, the birth of the true self through encounter. Love is not meant to complete us, but to awaken what was asleep. It is the soul's way of calling its lost pieces home. And when the calling is answered, the form of the relationship must evolve or dissolve. That is why endings feel like tearing. The ego breaks, but the self expands. The personality cries, but the soul breathes. We think we're being abandoned, but something deeper is being integrated. You see, the people we can't release are not here to stay forever. They are here to reveal forever the timeless part of us that can love without possession. The mind wants ownership. The soul seeks understanding. The mind clings to faces. The soul recognizes essence. Jung warned that projection, when unexamined, turns divine connection into obsession. We fall in love with our own unlived potential, and then fear losing it when the other steps away. But projection is not a crime. It is the first step toward consciousness. We see ourselves in another's light so that we may reclaim our own. And when we finally do, the need to hold on softens. Attachment turns to gratitude. Longing turns to wisdom. There comes a day when you can think of them without pain. When their name feels like a prayer, not a wound. That is the moment when love becomes understanding. Jung wrote that everything unconscious wants to be seen. And once seen, it no longer controls us. So perhaps letting go is simply seeing clearly without the fog of fear. To say, I honor what we shared. I carry the lesson, not the longing. Because love that has served its purpose must return to its source, and its source is always the self. The one you loved helped you find a forgotten room inside your being. Now it is yours to live in, decorate, and keep sacred. The greatest act of love is not to hold on, but to bless the journey onward for them and for yourself. Release is not rejection. It is reverence. It is saying, I trust that what is meant will never need to be chased. And in that trust, something shifts. Peace enters quietly. No fireworks, no final words. Just stillness, the kind that feels like truth. This is the philosophy beneath every heartbreak. Love transforms. It cannot die. It only moves inward, toward consciousness. To release is to allow the soul to continue its work without interference. To let life, in its quiet intelligence, do what it came to do. You have not lost them. You have absorbed what they came to awaken. And if ever you feel them in the wind, in a dream, in a passing thought, it is not memory. It is resonance. Two souls recognizing the completion of their lesson. So breathe. Let the river flow. Let love return to its vast source. And in that surrender, you will find yourself more whole than you have ever been. Thank you for being here with me. Take care of your heart. And may love always guide your path.